Oh, we rang Chico and he said, sorry mate, it's a bit of brute force. And brute force and carburetors rarely go hand in hand. Now I removed the cables, the throttle cable and the choke cable. I removed them. I got some WD-40 down around the rubbers at the bottom, and I did use brute force. And this is the problem. These rubbers here, they just cease to be rubbery. There we go, here's a loose one. Right, let's pop you down there. Right, let's connect. Right, and this is a completely fine inlet manifold, right? It is so hard, it is no longer rubbery. It is just plastic. And it's just really firm. There's no elasticity in it, hardly at all. That's junk now, and that's only 1995. Heat and time has caused that to go. It's just doesn't do what it's supposed to do anymore. So the reason that I bring it up is because there are people who will tell you when you come to buy bikes, oh, it runs, doesn't need anything doing to it. If it's old, it does need something doing to it. If it's old, even if it runs, it needs the rubber components replacing with rubber, because this is no longer rubbery. It no longer does the job it was supposed to do. So yeah, even though the bike runs, someone tells you, yeah, it doesn't need anything doing. Yeah. Well, down there we can see lots of valves. We're looking right down there into the intake valves. That looks all right. Okay, and there's the carbs. There's that little butterflies I was talking about. Wow, wow, wow. So those butterflies open in this tube. That tube there that you're looking down, wow, is called a venturi. V-E-N-T-U-R-I. Venturi. Let's just pour some petrol on the bike. That's all good. I needed to empty the thing anyway. That tube that you were looking down, that venturi tube, gets narrow in the middle. And where it gets narrow in the middle is air that's rushing through there creates a low air pressure. Because it gets narrower, the air speeds up, it becomes low pressure, and fuel is sucked up from the float bowl below. I suppose you could say atmospheric pressure pushes it up, but we're splitting hairs. It gets sucked up into the flow of air through that venturi into the engine. Whether it's air pressure forcing it down in the float bowl and up there, or it gets sucked up, however you want to look at it, it comes up and into the engine, and that's the venturi effect, which is basically the same as an aircraft wing. An aircraft is sucked up into the air with a venturi effect. Oh, it stinks. It's a good job it's not smell-o-vision. You'd be able to smell what was wrong with this bike. When I used to I taught autos as a local high school, and when I got the opportunity, I used to say to the kids, come and have a smell, because it's a distinctive smell, gone off stale fuel is, and once you recognise it, you'll almost be able to diagnose a bike that has basically stale fuel in it, and you'd be able, okay, yeah, that's stale fuel, I know what I've got to do. And what we've got to do is we've got to split these carbs in half. These are the float chambers beneath. Pour out some more fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4 float bowls they'll come off and we'll clean them up. And that's not going to be today though, no way, that's a big job. I need to clean everything up. And when I say everything up, I mean my workshop. There's you don't start taking a carburettor apart in this. You start losing bits, and then you start, before you know, it's on an advert on Gumtree. Owner lost interest, or no time to complete, and that kind of stuff, and really it just means you've lost the parts. No, this place will have to be like an operating theatre before I take those carbs apart to have a look what's wrong with them. They may go in this ultrasonic cleaning tank, maybe not. We'll see how they go.